We're here to talk good policies.
All right.
Are you ready?
I am ready. We are recording that way you have it. Now, I was just thinking about this the other day.
You need a new computer.
Yeah. Well, feel free to,
I'm just glad you have the flat screen monitors.
Yeah. You saw, I actually just got rid of the old ones. They're out back.
Oh, yeah, I saw them.
Just got rid of them. So,
yeah. Can't give those away.
And I just got one of these new fandangled calculators. They're really, they can total up things faster than
those
my
Casios?
mind or fingers. Yeah, a Casio.
I'm a big Casio guy.
I can't wait till they have one that you can put on your wrist. I think that'd be a huge hit.
So I'm sorry I diverted you there. What was your thought process that you're getting into?
I was coming out of There's a Girl, Trent Harmon, and it made me think for a minute. Is there any difference in men and women and how you charge? Because you charge for a service.
Right.
Is there any difference in being a man or a woman in the insurance industry?
Not really.
It's more young and old.
It's more young and old, and I'll be honest, I don't pay a ton of attention to it, but I can tell you that overall, everybody is kind of given a class rating. So when you're between the ages of 16 and 19, so you're within your first 3 years of driving, this is where you're at. This is your class. There is a boy and the girl one, but I've seen less and less of that over the years. A lot of people still come into me, my son, I wish I had a daughter. It'd be cheaper for her, them to get their license and have insurance. Not necessarily the case. With the algorithms and the different dynamic rating properties that are taking place with companies, I don't see as drastic of a change anymore as maybe they used to. I never saw it back in the day, but apparently it was big enough where people still remember it. But then when you go from being like 3 years licensed to being 25, right, then you're in a different class. Then 25 to maybe 42.
It is true that if you do certain classes, if you have automatic seatbelts, if you are 25, does it matter if you're married?
So with some companies, once you're 25, you're no longer considered a youthful operator of sorts or a young driver.
Believe me, when I turned 26, I no longer felt youthful.
But a lot of companies will give you a bit of, I don't know if it's a condolence factor or a congratulatory thing, but they will.
On your way to Social Security?
If you're 21 and you are married between the ages of 21 25, you basically get the 25 rate code with many carriers, not all.
Don't choose that as a deciding factor to propose to your girlfriend.
No,
hey,
no.
I can save $100 a year. Do you find married couples have mostly the woman or the man taking care of the policy as what do you call it, the lead person?
The named insured.
The
first named insured.
Yes.
It depends on who kind of handles it. It's quite common to still see the man first, but not all the time. It's really up to you. I mean, I'm from the school of whoever's really dealing with it. I say, look, how do you want this to be? Do you want the husband first, the wife first? It's absolutely your call.
But it doesn't matter.
No.
There's no relevance on it because
technically the first named insured has a little higher level of ability to work with the policy with some companies. But, you're basically more companies have introduced the ability to say, look, you're both named insureds. And if you're named insureds, you are party to contract, and that's just the way it will be.
So based on that same thinking...
very technical questions this morning. Hold on, I need coffee.
Take a sip. Let this one really set in. And try to think about the answer before you just spew at the mouth. Because
okay, then let me hold on.
A little more there. Yeah, really put the thinking juice in you.
Oh, good God.
So is there something that I can do? Okay, so I'm well beyond 25.
Yeah, I know.
Married. Shut up. Kids, let's take them out of the equation. Just as a person with a wife sitting at a house over 25, is there something I can do today that will give me a couple of dollars discount with you or any other insurance company? Can I take a class? Can I...
there's always...
What are the things that make my... obviously, don't speed down the road and get pulled over.
Right.
Like that guy that he got a ticket for $140 for singing too loud. They called it screaming in public. To CNC Music Factories.
Oh God!
No, gonna make you sweat.
I can't play that in the truck because if I do, I'm gonna get the same ticket.
Yes.
Especially when it goes ba-da, 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 ba.
You're taking your shirt off, and it's like people are throwing dollars at your truck.
I keep thinking of the guy that did the rap.
I can't think of his name.
Yeah. But so what you bring up is a good question, and what it brings to an answer, and I think I've let this stew in my brain long enough to give you a response that's appropriate.
Answer.
Well, no guarantees.
Just an answer.
Every company has their own crediting. Okay? Some are similar among the range.
A
So
formulary or an algorithm or whatever they go by.
well, yeah, but some companies just say, look, if you take a driving class, here's a credit. So just give us a certificate and you have a driving class, boom. Here's a credit for defensive driving.
Okay.
And that's available with most everybody. Some companies will give you a credit. So let's say you were a smoker. And then, I hear about dogs. Now you're no longer smoking. So some companies will give you a non-smoker credit because that can be considered a distraction behind the wheel if you're smoking while driving.
As someone who smoked for 30 years and who doesn't now, let me tell you, it is a distraction.
Yeah.
And I can't tell you how many times I've actually flicked a cigarette out and it's come back into the back window and into my children's lap in a car seat. They're like, hello, I'm on fire.
In a car seat.
No, that's no kidding.
You're the vision of Father of the Year.
You have no idea. This is the 90s when this all went down.
This was allowed.
Yeah, this was normal. Now you get a ticket for smoking in a vehicle, with a minor.
Yeah. So it's just, but some companies give it, some don't. Some companies used to give no cell phone credits. So they used to say, we used to literally ask people, when you're driving, do you use your cell phone? Yes or no? And this company finally said, that is bogus.
That's a stupid question.
That credit is gone. Everyone's using their dang cell phone.
I never use it while I'm driving, sir.
But, credits kind of run the gamut. And, a lot of companies will have a disclosure of the credits available in the state of Vermont, or if you're state of New Hampshire, and it kind of gives you what's available for crediting in the state, which may or may not apply to the company that you're with, like a senior citizen discount,
okay, rolling backwards.
Okay.
So you're saying that there is somewhere, but not on your website, where there's a list of things that you can do if you wanted to get a discount or a credit.
Yeah, I mean, you should see a disclosure that says, here are the available credits on your policy renewal. Some companies include it right in the first package of pages.
Okay.
And a lot of people will see that and call me and say, I would like the senior citizen discount, at which point I say, sorry, that's not offered with this company. But, that's just the way it works.
But it's on the paper!
They're required to disclose it. But you can get credits for lots of things. You can do the telemetric driving devices from either Safeco, the Hartford, or Progressive. They all have these devices that plug into your diagnostic port in your car and more or less monitor your driving.
Right.
And that can give you some great savings too. You can do a lot of things. If you're a young operator and you're still in school and you're getting good grades, make sure you're doing the good student discount. That's huge. If you're away from home, don't have a car, that's the big kicker here. You're a college student now over 100 miles away from home, you can get a very nice discount for being over 100 miles away from home. So I guess the biggest thing, if you want to make sure you're getting all the credits that you're eligible for, is what?
Ask.
There you go.
Be your own advocate.
Oh my gosh, you remember.
Wow.
Where's the bell?
Good. Oh,
You did it.
sorry.
My
Good policies
goodness
with Mike Barrett. If you want to talk to Mike over at Barrett Insurance Agency in St. Johnsbury, you can call him at
748-5224. Visit our website, thebarrettagency.com. We're on YouTube, Facebook, and Google Plus as Barrett Insurance Agency.
See you next Wednesday.
All righty.